Yeah, so this was my first substantial warm-up. And I'm wearing my belt here, just give it a shot. But I really like this complex to warm up. Is muscle snatch, to power snatch, to full snatch. And I feel like that really helps with the bar path for the muscle snatch. And also the power snatch really helps with meeting the bar. And then once I segue into the full snatch, it's simply catch the bar, meet where it's at, meet the bar where it's at, and then just kind of just ride it down into the squat. So I hit 80 kilos a couple weeks ago with the muscle snatch. I look to just kind of try to get a little bit more than that, maybe like 82 kilos before I replace the muscle snatches with snatch pulls. So see how it goes. Yeah, they're feeling kind of janky today. The set beforehand, I hit 77. It was very, very off balance, very wobbly. The muscle snatch felt pretty hard, but it felt pretty balanced. Power snatch here just kind of feels loose and unstable. I just feel like I'm being aggressive with the elbows, so let's see if I can do a primer before that. Maybe like a tall snatch or a hip power snatch or something. And that really kind of translated over to this miss rep. I'm not really too concerned. I think I kind of cleaned it up just a little bit. I gathered myself and gave it another whack. You got to keep my chest a little bit more vertical, and I just got to be a little bit more aggressive with the elbows. So before the set, I was really focusing on kind of locking up the elbows aggressively. So I did a snatch balance, a couple snatch balances, a couple tall snatches. And actually, what I really focused on was the way my feet felt throughout this range of motion. It seemed to help out pretty good. My best set so far. I made a note to myself earlier this week, actually last week, to check my notes. And what I've been really trying to focus on is making sure that I'm feeling the weight in my feet and really just driving my knees out, keeping the bar as close as possible. And this set, I actually decided to just take out power snatches, but pretending that the full snatch is going to be a power snatch. So I think I could still kind of use some more tightening up on the catch. Look a little wobbly in the hole here, so I'm going to do some drop snatches and see how it goes next set. So I decided to do some tall snatches, a little weighted, but I realized that I should feel, after about the second rep, before I start initiating the pull under, I should feel my heels before I start to transition. And so that's what I focused on here, and really just keeping the weight in the heels on the snatch pull. It seemed to work out pretty well. And as I rest in between sets, just a note, I end up taking off my belt. I'm using my regular weightlifting belt now. So as I approach this lift, I was really just making sure I stay in the heels as long as possible before I do the turnover. And actually, it's a little janky in the hole, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing a power for the next set, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this next set I ended up doing some tall snatches, and I went up actually a small jump. I went from 93 kilos to 95 just because I wasn't feeling great. And I just got a really slow elbow turnover there. And just try to work on the punching the elbows nice and hard. My pull looks pretty good, so I try that and actually end up working out pretty well. Just getting really, really tight on that catch. Still need to work on that turnover speed. Yeah, approaching this last single, just pretending like I was on the platform with my third attempt. And really just try to conserve energy as much as possible. And I decided today I'm just going to stick at 90%. So I think I'll hit this one more time. And we'll see if I can kind of clean it up just a little bit. And then I'll move on to clean jerks. That's my last attempt at the 96. Just really trying to focus the weight in my middle of my foot to really drive the knees out and stay in some balance and a big punch here. But we decided to call it here. This is about 90% of what I did last week. But I'll work on elbow turnover this week and see how that goes. I was feeling pretty discouraged about the snatches earlier. But I got to remind myself I've been going about 90% in the last couple weeks. So today was a necessary day. I might do 80% with those next week, just getting feeling good. But clean and jerks, I decided just to do the main variation. And just trying to be super aggressive, grabbing the head through. And we'll see where this takes us. As I approach this lift, I'm thinking it's 120 in my head. I'm like, man, should be really good to get 140 today. But as I was kind of trying to clear my mind here, just trying to focus on my breath, and just trying to be very aggressive on that clean, and actually being okay whatever the outcome may be. And I've been really focusing and practicing on just trying to not pass out in the front rack position. And I think I could have pressed my head through a little bit faster, but I'm pretty happy with that one. The next attempt is 127. I'm just trying to let the weights kind of make my decisions for me, instead of just going ahead and putting on 10 kilos or 5 kilos. Yeah, this actually ended up being a lot worse. I was just kind of like almost passing out. That's why it took so long on that jerk. So I gotta drive the head through faster. I'll take a small jump and see where that lands me. Now this next one, I figured I'd do 131, which is gonna be the highest I've done in this training block. So I figured I'd give it a whack from here. So just try to be very aggressive on that clean, make it feel as light as possible. Shorten up that jerk dip time right into that. Felt pretty good, but I was pretty wobbly at the top. And that did not feel good on my back, but I think if I just tighten up a little bit more on the catch, I think I'll be good. Going up to 137 next. Yeah, coming to this 137, Chelsea actually told me to put that on, and I was actually going to go up a smaller jump and really just trying to focus on elbows locking out, but I'm just trying to clear my mind here, calm my nervous system, and going all from completely calm to completely aggressive in just a split second. I think the clean was pretty good. Weight was a little back on my heels, and the jerk was a little janky, but I gotta fix those elbows locking out a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna call it there.